Susan Gardner here from Municipal World. We're in Quebec City this week, and joining me in our Municipal World Media Center is Tim Anderson from the City of Waterloo. Welcome, Tim.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Wanted to take this opportunity while we're in the same city to have you in and chat about some of the awesome things that are going on in Waterloo right now.
All right. Well, that's a wonderful opportunity for us. Yeah. Should we unpack a few things?
Let's unpack a few
Liberty here?
things.
Okay.
Of course, everyone knows Waterloo is kind of a hotbed area for innovation, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're renowned worldwide, really, for innovation. I think it's really a result of the University of Waterloo, Wilfrid Laurier University, and Conestoga College really driving us on the world economy.
Fantastic. So, lot of technology, that kind of innovation happening in the community. There's also some things that bubble over into municipal operations
They do.
in the city.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
No, there's a tremendous amount. We're really lucky to have those post-secondary institutions, and they kind of help drive us forward on the innovation front, even in the municipal world. So the region of Waterloo is just completing the new future-oriented transit system called the ION, the Light Rail Transit System, and it goes live on June the 21st of this year. So we're really excited about that. And it's a game changer for a transportation movement within Waterloo region. And certainly from a development and growth perspective, we're seeing the benefits of that significant public sector investment. So yeah, we're excited on that front.
So what will that new transit system look like? What kinds of changes is that going to be for folks who live and work there?
Well, phase one is a connection from Kitchener, South Kitchener, up into North Waterloo. So it's about 19 kilometers of track that has been put down and will go active on June the 21st. And so that track weaves through downtown Kitchener and uptown Waterloo and up through the University of Waterloo up to the north end of Waterloo to Conestoga Mall. And so through a number of employment zones. So throughout that, we've seen tremendous uplift in development. Waterloo's really an intensifying city. There's not a lot of land left for traditional urban subdivision growth. So now we're in vertical construction mode. And the ION has given a lot of confidence to the development community. If you look at our skyline from 10 years ago to now, you'll really notice a difference.
Okay. So tied to, of course, the transportation is some kind of energy efficiency at the high end of projects. What kind of innovations?
Yeah, transportation, as I noted, the ION has been a big game changer. We're working on a number of just different transportation ideas. Lime scooters did their first entry into Canada in Waterloo just last year. And so that is a new initiative that we're working with the province of Ontario on to see if we can get some legalization of usage of the scooters on road right-of-ways. Right now it's just through our park system and the University of Waterloo. But we hope to grow that for that last mile of connection in essence. So another innovative story for Waterloo and one that's seen tremendous uplift.
Okay.
So yeah, we're excited on that front too. Innovation, the connection between the universities, as I noted earlier, is pretty strong. We, of course, leverage the students and the faculty in many of our operations across the board, from engineering to IT to finance, you name it. We've really taken advantage of that and had some great success stories of working with the academics and doing, thought-provoking research on community challenges and opportunities for us to move forward.
Can be a real benefit to have educational institutions like that in your community.
Absolutely.
If you're able to leverage some of that knowledge, right, for the organization. Tell us about Evolve One.
Oh, okay, yes, Evolve One. Yeah, that's an exciting project too. So Evolve One opened just about 6 months ago, and that's up in the David Johnson Research and Technology Park. And it's Canada's first net positive carbon-free building. So it's actually giving energy back to the grid on an overall basis. And it's a real game changer for Waterloo and I think for the building industry in total across Canada. And that was supported directly by the City of Waterloo, a really passionate developer in Waterloo. And the springboard for it was a little bit of FCM money as well, and trying to look at, what are the opportunities and really pushing the envelope in building construction. And so, yeah, that is anchored by a private sector tenant called EY, and filled now with Sustainable Waterloo Region, the Green Lab facility, and the private sector business, as well as a number of other tech companies within that building. I believe it is 98 tenanted, and there is visions of doing Evolve 2. So we're
Really?
on a great path here.
Okay, that's fantastic. So, so what are some of the so it's a LEED certified building at the highest level, right?
It is indeed, yes.
And what are some of the features of that?
So some of the technical side of it includes an extensive array of solar production, including over the parking lot spaces. So pretty innovative on that front. Solar grid on the walls, extensive glazing investment, so really thermal efficient within the building, geothermal support for the property, and a number of controls from a human behavior perspective, how tenants operate and work within the building. So
That's smart technology.
got it. And one of the keynote features within that building is a floor-to-ceiling green wall. So that's a real neat feature in the lobby of that building. It's just a phenomenal investment by the developer as well.
Wow. So it's a public-private partnership to some extent?
To some extent, for sure, public-private in the early stages of the feasibility review. And then really the private sector took hold of it and entered into an arrangement with the University of Waterloo for access to the site, and then put up the capital to drive it forward, and has been just tremendously successful. I know they host tours from people interested from across Canada and the United States, so it's a real special office in Waterloo.
And it's it kind of done as a pilot project to demonstrate, right, that this is a feasible approach.
That's
and
correct, yes.
And the experience so far is indicating that yes, it is.
It is,
it's
yep.
Sustainable.
I believe they are doing some really detailed monitoring of its effectiveness, because this is a first of its kind in Canada, and looking for those tweaks and adjustments on operation to really drive the benefits to the fullest extent. But as I said, they are talking about Evolve 2, so something is working very well on that front.
Okay, so we'll probably be seeing more from that project and the results that come out of it.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Is there anything else that we should talk about while we're here?
We are excited at the municipal level as well about expanding our East Side branch library, and so that's in an architectural design stage right now, and we'll go to tender hopefully in late 2019. And in Uptown Waterloo, there's just been a tremendous amount of revitalization. We too are going to relocate some of our senior facilities off of King Street in Uptown Waterloo over to the Waterloo Memorial Rec Complex on Father David Bauer Drive. And so that'll be a new expansion onto our existing recreation facility, and provide new and future-thinking activities and design elements for the senior community in Waterloo. So that's another significant project for us coming out in the fall of 2019.
Fantastic. So things continue to be busy in Waterloo, and
they do,
grow and
yes.
thrive. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's a great, thriving, and growing community, and we're very proud of it.
Back to the transportation project. It was a massive undertaking, tearing up some of the infrastructure and working around that for an extended period of time. It's very ambitious, but somehow the city persevered. The two cities, the
That's
region
correct.
persevered, and
Yes.
got folks on board with that. What do you attribute the success, the patience?
Yes, no, it's a really good question. Construction is never friendly overall, but this was a very significant undertaking. And so yeah, it affected the center cores of Kitchener and Waterloo, and multi-years of construction. So a lot of communication effort by the region of Waterloo, their staff, the contractor, the cities working collectively on the delivery of the project. And I would say big kudos to the Downtown BIA and Uptown Waterloo BIA as well, being available, being communicative with all the merchants of downtown and uptown Waterloo. That was a big part of the construction aspect. Community-wise, regular updates to the community around how do you get around downtown, how do you get around uptown, where can you park, what is open, what is closed in terms of transportation routes. So yeah, a very, very large communication campaign throughout. And was it perfect? Probably not 100% perfect, but I know a significant amount of effort went into it. And I think we've been very successful in the end when you think about the amount of construction work, $800 million in construction across the communities. And, with impact, definitely, but I believe mitigated to the greatest extent by all the partners involved in delivery.
And I'm sure now that it's coming to the conclusion, everybody will be celebrating.
They will.
That as well.
Yes, June 21st can't come soon enough. And everyone, I think the community is super excited to be able to take advantage and ride the Ion for free for the first couple of weeks.
Fantastic.
And, give thanks to the community for supporting us through the project. It has been significant.
And transformational for the whole
Absolutely.
region.
Yes, you have to come to Waterloo and ride the Ion.
I will be there on the Ion. Thanks again for coming in. I'm Susan Gardner from Municipal World. We share your stories.